Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the Art House. I'm really excited today to bring a very fun and exciting announcement about what's going to be coming next from the realm of original paintings up for auction at the Sorcery Contested Realm fan page and marketplace group on Facebook. And if you're not on Facebook, as a reminder, in the Collector Arthouse Discord, I also mirror the auctions there. So if you want to join the Discord, I always include a link in these videos, and encourage you to please come join the community. As I say, I mirror the auction, but that's not all. You know, there's a lot of daily chatter about sorcery all the time in there. One of the more active groups exclusively dedicated to sorcery, so we don't really talk about other games unless we're making comparisons and things. So if you're into sorcery, if you want to learn more about sorcery, it's a great community. All right, so I'm going to feature the artwork of Elvira Shakarova. We're going to have a very important painting of hers coming to auction next week, and this is being offered directly from Elvira. It's not a resale, so the vast amount of the proceeds go to Elvira, and I don't want to get into her personal details, but it's going to support something significant that she's going to fund. You know, when she first brought it up, I kind of felt bad because she wanted to keep this piece initially. She didn't have plans to sell it, but you know, something's come up, and it's going to fund something else in her life that's pretty special and good for her. So. Just want to give some context there. Sometimes people ask me, is this a resale, or does this benefit the artist in some way? And in this case, the answer is yes, it benefits the artist. All right, so let me go to my desktop. For context, before I reveal what's coming this week, I wanted to show a couple of her prior auctions. So if I pull in my desktop view, we had run this auction back in April of last year. We're in 2023 now. And this was a charitable auction that Elvira ran. It was very successful. This is the Elementalist. So this is one of the avatars. She had the privilege of doing a commission for one of the avatars, which is really special in the game because there's only so many, right? And it's pretty fundamental to gameplay. You play with an avatar, either one of the four elements or one of these other alternate not an alternate art, but another alternative avatar to play with. So the Elementalist, beautiful artwork as you see here, incredibly intricate, super creative, amazing piece by Elvira. And I think ultimately this sold for $4,500. So, you know, great positive charitable event there. Worked out great. And then she did another one. So I helped her sell several of her pieces. I want to say maybe 6 to 8 or so. And a few were auctions, some were other private sales and things. I think she had some prior commitments before I started working with her as well. So she honored those, which is great. And there were a few that came to auction is what I'm getting at. So we did the Elementalist, and then a few months later in June of last year, we had the Immortal Throne, which is an epic card. That was one of the sample cards I had previewed. So spoiler alert, we're going to auction the Immortal Throne sample card after this original painting auction that I'm going to talk about here. All right, so I want to do the painting first. You know, I'm partial to the artwork. I think that's really important to spotlight the artwork, and kind of want to feature that at auction first. It's going to be a unique piece, just like the Immortal Throne was. And I don't want to get off on too much of a tangent on the other cards, but the Immortal Throne is a very special card because, to my knowledge, that is the only one that has an alternate win condition in the game. Typically, you have to get your opponent's life down to 0. You get them on death's door, as they call it. Then you have to strike them again to completely eliminate them. With the Immortal Throne, there's kind of this counter type thing where you get to turn 8, and then you basically sit atop the throne and conquer your opponent, which is super amazing. So without further ado, let me see. Let me go to, bear with me a moment. I'm going to call up the pictures for the auction. All right. So really excited about this one. All right, here we go. So let me show first, there was this great image that Elvira did where she staged the pose for this artwork. And there you have it, the Dream Quest. So this is, the very last painting that she has, and it's a unique rarity. There are very few unique rarities left in the game that have not been sold. I know Eric owns several. Many of the artists have sold several of theirs. I think some of the legacy Magic the Gathering artists have been holding out a bit and might have a few. But they're getting very, very scarce, So some have been resold, and I know, like, I saw I just showed a couple of Elvira's prior auction sales, 4.5K and 4,000, respectively. I know a couple have been resold in that similar price range. They've been private sales, so I don't want to say exactly how much, but let's call it between 4,000 and 5,000. A little bit north of those auctions. So, the market has changed is what I'm getting at. Like early on, paintings were a little more inexpensive, but the supply has gotten more and more scarce. People have already purchased or they're in private collections now and people aren't in a hurry to resell, which is great. That means they genuinely love the work and they want to display it. And in other cases, some of the artists are waiting till after Alpha, so there might be a few that come available later, but they're becoming more and more rare, and demand is really escalating as we get excited about the Alpha release. So there's fleeting opportunities to get in on Sorcery Alpha Originals, and this is one. So this is the artwork. Something very fascinating about this is in a lot of Elvira's pieces, she intentionally hid a nice, cool, flavorful Easter egg behind the text box. So you see this hand kind of creeping up on this girl sleeping, which looks like it's a self-portrait of Elvira there. Which reminds me, I'm working on an interview with Elvira. She sent me the responses to some questions I had asked her a few weeks ago. Actually, I've been saving it as a lead up into this auction. So I'm probably going to release that next week. So it'll be a great opportunity to learn more about her background and how she got into art. And there'll be some more information about this piece, ultimately. I think if I remember correctly, I think I have some process sketches and maybe some process paintings. She did a pretty good job in some cases of documenting the stages of her painting these compositions. It's a iterative and lengthy process sometimes. So it's really fascinating seeing it come together into this beautiful final piece. All right, so there's her posing in the pose of how she came up with the reference image for this one. And now this is the final piece. So there's Elvira holding it, prominently displaying it. Gorgeous artwork. Again, it's one of the, I think it's one of the fan favorites, one of the best paintings in the game, according to a lot of fans. Elvira has tons of fans from the Magic the Gathering altar scene. But on top of that, again, it's a unique rarity. So there's only, I think the company said maybe 59, 60-ish uniques in the alpha set. So to have a unique artwork is something extremely rare and special. So really cool opportunity. I think we're going to bring that to auction, not this week. Let's see. Let me pull up my calendar here. Next Friday, Friday the 13th. Seems fitting with this creepy hand creeping up, right? So Friday the 13th at 8 p.m. We'll kick that off, and then it'll run till 8 p.m. on the 14th, next Saturday. All right, so Friday to Saturday, 8 to 8. We pretty much run auctions almost every day, usually sample cards, but every so often we get a rare opportunity at an original painting. So super exciting there. And you know what? I think I'm going to leave it there, keep this as a shorter video. I will save the sample cards for another video where we'll feature Elvira's artwork in more depth. But I just wanted to kind of preview this. I will get more pictures posted. As I mentioned, it'll be in an interview piece that I release next week. And then also I will certainly post in the Collector Arthouse Discord more images and in the Facebook group. And if you join the Discord, I usually give a preview to those folks ahead of when I post things to Facebook oftentimes, especially when it comes to like projects I'm doing directly with the artists with hand embellished prints or, announcements about upcoming auctions, be it sample cards or original paintings, sketches, sample cards, whatever the case may be. And then also with my Patreon, thank you very much to the 30 or so folks that are in my Patreon. That's super generous of you. I really appreciate it, guys and gals. And I also do previews there and give people advance notice and a bunch of other perks with consignment discounts and other stuff. So you can check all that out in the links in my description. Again, very special, amazing artwork here that'll benefit Elvira, and it's just an amazing achievement by her. I'm really happy for her with this breakthrough, going from the MTG altar scene to doing full-scale commissions for a trading card game. I'm sure that's a dream come true for her. That'll probably come up in the interview. And yeah, this is her last piece from Alpha, guys. So it's a great opportunity, and it's arguably maybe the best painting she's done. So saving the best for last here in a way. So thank you for your interest. Look for that on the Facebook group next Friday, the 13th, or in the Collector Arthouse Discord. Please join. And until next time, please like, subscribe, and share the video. Appreciate it. Take care, everybody.